The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Transportation Department says that it is going to be status quo for public transportation once Metro Manila reverts to ECQ status. But that does not mean jeepney drivers and operators are already problem-free. Gerard de la Peña joins us live from Mandaluyong City to tell us more. Gerard, what are going to be the concerns of PW or PUV drivers once we hit ECQ on Friday?
Well, Sean, the Department of Transportation has assured the public that transportation will remain available during the two-week ECQ here in Metro Manila. Despite this, PUV drivers are seeing fewer than usual passengers as early as now. Well, indeed, just days before the lockdown, there aren't much passengers, especially at the EDSA busway. There used to be long lines at the busway stations, but that's not the case today. The DOTr has time and again assured the public that buses and jeepneys will continue to operate from August 6 to 20 when NCR is put under ECQ. Schedules of the LRT Line 1, LRT Line 2, MRT 3, and the Philippine National Railways will also be the same. The capacity of public transportation, meanwhile, will be kept at 50%. But jeepney drivers said it would be tough for them again once the lockdown is in place since there aren't many passengers. MMDA Chairman Benhur Abalos has maintained the need to continue public transportation operations so as to provide service to frontliners and essential workers. Let's hear it from MMDA Chairman Benhur Abalos.
Kung panatilihin, no? Number one is for our frontliners. Number two is for our essentials, no? Yung mga essential workers. And most importantly, number three, yung mga magpapabakuna po. Dahil we're going to make use of this two-week time na talagang i-ramp up ang bakuna.
Well, Sean, airlines also assured the public that there will still be flights, especially for authorized persons outside residence or airports. But airlines also have to bear the brunt of the lockdown as they had to cancel flights going to famous destinations such as those in Boracay and Bohol. Sean.
Right, thank you so much for that update, Gerard de la Peña, joining us live from Mandaluyong City. And close to 21 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines have already been administered so far, based on government data. 11.7 million people have received their first doses, while 9.1 million others are now fully vaccinated. A daily average of more than 520,000 vaccines have been administered over the last 7 days. The Health Department has repeated its call on the public to get vaccinated, noting that inoculation sites will remain open during stricter quarantine periods. The Health Department reported 8,167 new COVID-19 cases on Monday. This is the fourth straight day that the country breached the 8,000 mark in daily fresh infections. The country's total caseload is now at 1,605,000. Meanwhile, 62,600 cases are active. That is the highest since May 8. 77 new COVID deaths were confirmed overnight, pushing the death toll to 28,000. Over 9,000 new survivors were logged in the last 24 hours, pushing total recoveries to 1,515,000. And here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. Some 415,000 doses of Astrazeneca's COVID-19 vaccines are now on their way to the Philippines. These vaccines are part of the first batch of the 100 million COVID-19 jabs that the British government will be donating to poorer countries. Senate President Tito Soto said that the launch of his campaign with Senator Panfilo Lacson has been postponed due to the threat of the Delta COVID variant. Soto said they will make the proper announcements after the reimposition of ECQ in Metro Manila, as they need to first focus on public health concerns. And Senator Franklin Drilon is calling on the Commission on Audit, or COA, to look into the funds of the Anti-Insurgency Task Force, NTF-LCAC. Drilon alleged that the Budget Department more than doubled the funds of the task force for the 2022 National Expenditures Program. The senator also described the allocation as an election giveaway. And LPG prices have increased for the second straight month, tracking increased global demand. Dale De Vera with that story.
Rose is trying to make ends meet by selling cooked food, but she admits that her small business is difficult to sustain. They aren't earning enough as production costs are also on the rise, particularly LPG tanks, the literal fuel of her livelihood.
Nangyari ngayon, lockdown na. Tapos sa taas, paano na nang kikitain namin yan? Paano kami bibili? Wala naman kita, kunti lang. Oh. Sana bababaan nila yung gas. Huwag na sila magpataas. Walang amin hiningi sana.
Over the weekend, LPG refillers and distributors implemented a price hike after world prices for LPG have increased for the second straight month. Not to mention that the weakening peso further exacerbated the upward trend. LPG prices went up by as much as 3.35 pesos per kilogram, while auto LPG increased by as much as 1.87 pesos per liter. Consumers may have to brace themselves for further hikes as oil companies are set to implement another round of price increases. Diesel will go up by as much as 80 centavos per liter, while gasoline prices will increase by 1.05 pesos per liter starting midnight. LPG company Regasco says they're reluctant about increasing their prices as they may lose customers in the process. But by not doing so, they also run the risk of closing up shop.
For the past 2 months already, mataas yung contract price or international market price because of the demand for cooking gas other countries like US and China. So yung price ng ating local price, which we all 100% imported ang ating LPG. So damay tayo.
For now, consumers may have to watch their LPG usage to keep up with the price hike. For News 5, Dale De Vera, we're One News.
For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.